God says, "Finally, you opened this special message sent by Him. My child, if you skip this, your door of blessings will close forever. Listen to me now. This is not a coincidence. It's not just another moment passing by. This is your divine appointment. If your eyes are reading this, it means heaven is trying to reach you, and if you scroll away now, you will shut the very door God was about to open for your breakthrough. My child, you have cried, you have waited, you have questioned, and now, here it is, your confirmation from heaven. This is your Father calling you, your Creator whispering your name in the chaos, your God placing His divine hand on your shoulder and saying, "Now is the time." The words you are about to receive are the keys. Miss this, and you will miss the divine gate He was unlocking just for you. Do not underestimate what you hold right now. You were led here by more than just curiosity. There has been something stirring in your spirit, something pulling at your heart, a hunger, a need, a silent cry that even you couldn't put into words. That cry has reached the throne of heaven. I, the Lord your God, heard it. I saw the battles, I counted the tears, and I have chosen this moment to answer you. Yes, you. Take a deep breath. Your life is about to change, not because of something you've done, but because of who I am. I am your Father. I am Jehovah. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am the one who parts seas, who shuts the mouths of lions, who raises the dead, and who calms the storm with a word. That same God is speaking to you now. I am not far. I am right here. If this word reaches your heart, please like this video. Sometimes a simple act of faith opens the windows of heaven. Now hear this. You have been asking, "Lord, when will it be my time? When will I be free? When will the pain stop?" And I say to you, your time is now. The enemy has tried to distract you, delay you, and drown you in disappointment. But I am lifting you up. I am not done with you. The pages of your story are still being written by my hand. Comment 1111 if you believe this moment was meant for you. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too late, and you are not too broken. What you lost, I can restore. What was stolen, I can return. What was dead, I can bring back to life. Do not believe the lies that told you it's over. Do not give up right before the door opens. My timing is perfect, even when yours feels broken. Trust me. You have felt the heaviness. Nights where sleep would not come. Days where the world felt too loud, too much, too hard. You've smiled through storms, carried burdens alone, and whispered prayers that felt unanswered. But I have been there through it all. Every tear you cried in silence, I caught. Every time you were about to give up, I held you. You didn't see it, but I was carrying you. This is not the end. It's a divine turning point. I am shifting things in the unseen. Doors that were locked are being opened. Walls that stood tall are coming down. Chains that held you are breaking even now as you read this. I am not just a God of promises. I am a God of fulfillment. I do not speak and forget. I do not declare and delay without reason. What I started in your life, I will complete. Some of you have been walking through fires, but you were not burned. You have been through storms, but you didn't drown. That was me. I kept you. I shielded you. I allowed the storm, but not your destruction. Why? Because the pain you endured was preparing you for the purpose ahead. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was preparation. You are being refined, not rejected. Do not run now. Do not scroll away. Stay with me. You have waited for this word longer than you realize. What you are feeling in your heart is not emotion, it is confirmation. I am standing at the door and knocking. Let me in. Let me remind you of who you are. You are mine. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are not here by accident. Heaven has your name written on it. You think you are weak, but I say you are strong. You think it's over, but I say it's just beginning. You think no one sees you, but I see everything. I see your kindness that went unnoticed. I see your prayers that felt unheard. I see your sacrifices, your hidden pain, your quiet faith. I see it all, and I reward what is done in secret. Your harvest is closer than it's ever been. This message is not for everyone. It is for the one whose spirit just said, "This is for me." That tug in your chest, that tear in your eye, that warmth in your soul, it's me. It's your Father saying, "I see you." Don't let fear steal this moment. Don't let doubt talk you out of your blessing. You've come too far. You've waited too long. Your time has come. Comment 222 if you trust my timing, even when you don't understand it. Child, I know what you've lost. I know what hurt you. I know what left you. I know what broke you. But I am a God who restores what man says is beyond repair. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to trust me. Let me do what only I can do. Let me fight the battles you're tired of fighting. Let me be the Father you need. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I love you more than you'll ever comprehend. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are, mine. Even when you fall, I call you beloved. Even when you stray, I call you back. My love is not a reward, it is a promise, a covenant, and nothing you've done can erase it. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond grace. If you've been praying for a sign, this is it. If you've been waiting for a word, this is it. If you've been needing a shift, this is it. Heaven is touching earth in this moment. I am sending angels to guard you. I am sending peace to calm you. I am sending provision to find you. This is not empty hope. This is divine reality. You didn't survive all that pain just to stay in the same place. I have seen your heart remain soft when life was hard. I've watched you keep walking when everything inside you wanted to give up. I heard the prayers you whispered through clenched teeth and weary tears, and I say to you now, you will see why you had to wait. You will see why I allowed the delay. It was never to deny you, it was to protect and perfect what's coming. Comment 333 to declare your faith that something is about to change. You thought I forgot, you thought I walked away. But I have never left your side. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was there. Even in your silence, I was speaking. And even when you doubted, I was still working. Don't let your emotions convince you that my presence has left you. My love is not controlled by your feelings. It is rooted in my promise. And my promise to you, child, is this: I will never leave you or forsake you. You are not chasing after blessings. They are chasing after you. Because when you walk with me, goodness and mercy follow, not just on the good days, but every day. Through the darkest valleys, through the loneliest nights, through the silent tears, my mercy has been there. You didn't lose your mind because my hand kept you. You didn't fall apart because my spirit held you together. Even now, I am holding you, tighter than ever. I know it's been hard. I know the silence felt endless. I know the waiting has tested every ounce of your strength. But you did not wait in vain. What you've been waiting for is closer than you think. I have seen you stay faithful in the small things, and now I will make you ruler over more. It's not just blessing that's coming, it's restoration. It's not just favor, it's overflow. You will not only recover what you lost, but you'll gain more than what was taken. You are not here by chance. You didn't stumble into this word. I brought you here. I have been guiding your steps, even when you didn't know which way to turn. The path was unclear to you, but never to me. I have always known what I was doing, and now I am unveiling what has been hidden. I am revealing what has been reserved for you. Your name has been written on this promise since before you were born. Comment 555 if you believe God's hand is moving in your life right now. Every tear you shed watered the ground for your harvest. Every time you said, God, I trust you, even when it hurt, you planted seeds of faith. And now the rain is coming. Not the kind that floods and overwhelms, but the kind that refreshes, restores, and brings life. The kind of rain that awakens everything that looked dead. I am sending rain on your dry land, and new things will grow. Dreams will live again. Joy will rise again. Love will return. Peace will stay. Don't compare your journey. Don't look at others and think, I forgot you. I do not bless on man's schedule. I bless according to purpose, and what I have for you is not small. It is tailored, it is mighty, it is prepared with your name on it. You won't have to force it. You won't have to chase it. It will come to you because I ordained it. Rest in that truth. Be still and know that I am God. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. I am setting things in place for a bigger move than you expect. The delay was not denial. It was me making sure that what comes next will be sustained. I don't just want to bless you, I want to bless you in a way that will last, in a way that won't crush you, in a way that glorifies me and frees you. I care more about your soul than your comfort, which is why I didn't answer your prayers the way you expected. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your favor is being prepared in places your feet haven't yet walked. The blessing is coming from directions you never saw. I am orchestrating a symphony of grace in your life, and when it all comes together, you will see that I never forgot a single detail. I've had you in my hand from the very beginning. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to pretend everything is okay. You don't have to carry it all. Let it go. Give it to me. I didn't call you to carry it. I called you to trust me with it. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. You don't have to earn my love. You don't have to prove anything to me. You are already loved. You are already chosen. You are already enough. There is more ahead, more joy, more healing, more purpose. This is not where your story ends. It's where your testimony begins. I will use every scar, every loss, every heartbreak to write something beautiful. Nothing you've been through will be wasted. I redeem everything. Even what the enemy used to hurt you, I will use to lift you. You will not stay in this valley. I am bringing you to higher ground. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I know your heart is tired. I know your hands feel empty. But look again. I am putting something in your hands. I am placing purpose where there was pain. I am filling the empty places. You may not see it yet, but keep trusting me. Walk by faith, not by sight. Your breakthrough won't come the way you expect, but it will come exactly when you need it. I want you to remember this. I am not late. I am preparing something so deep, so powerful, so needed, that the wait will make sense. One day, you will thank me for the doors I closed, the people I removed, the paths I redirected. Because I wasn't being cruel, I was being careful. I was protecting your destiny. This season is shifting. Listen closely. Your time of being overlooked is ending. Your time of walking through doors no one thought you could enter is here. I have set my favor upon you. No man can block what I have released. No voice can silence what I have spoken. When I say yes, no one can say no. This yes is from me. You are covered. You are held. You are not going into this next season alone. I am surrounding you with angels. I am filling your atmosphere with peace. I am going before you to make the crooked paths straight. You don't have to strive for it. You don't have to fear what's ahead. You only need to stay close to me. Listen, obey, rest. I know there are days when it feels like I'm silent, days when you pray and wonder if I even hear you. But my child, I hear every word, even the words you don't say. Even the groans of your heart that are too deep for language. I hear them, I understand them, and I respond. Not always the way you expect, but always the way you need. My silence is not my absence. It is often the space where I am working the most. Comment 1212 if you're still trusting God in the silence. You have not wasted your time by waiting. The waiting has been holy, sacred. It has built something in you that comfort never could. It has deepened your roots. It has tested your trust. It has grown your character. I wasn't punishing you by making you wait. I was preparing you to carry something far greater than what you thought you wanted. Something that will not only bless you but others through you. You've been faithful in the shadows, and now I'm bringing you into the light. You've served quietly, given sacrificially, prayed endlessly, and now I am lifting you. Not to show off your strength, but to display my faithfulness. You've trusted me with your lows. Now watch what I do with your highs. You didn't need a spotlight to be seen. I saw you. And now the world will see what I saw all along. There is a reason the attacks got worse. There is a reason the pressure increased. It wasn't because you were going backward, it's because you were getting closer. The enemy panicked. He knew you were on the edge of something divine. That's why it felt like everything came against you. But what he didn't see coming was how much stronger you became in the storm. What he didn't expect was how close I was to stepping in. The struggle was real, but so was the refining. I let the fire test you, not to burn you, but to purify you. I let the storm rage, not to sink you, but to show you that I walk on waves. You are coming out of this stronger, wiser, deeper, and the blessing will be greater than the battle. You will not only recover, you will rejoice. Comment 777 if you believe your blessing will be greater than the battle. This is not just a season of healing, it's a season of unveiling. I am revealing what was hidden. I am unlocking what was delayed. The doors are swinging open not because you forced them, but because I declared it. What I open, no man can shut. And what I shut, no man can open. You are entering into a season where obedience will move mountains and surrender will part seas. Stop asking why I let them leave. Stop wondering why they walked away. Some people were not meant to carry the weight of your calling. I removed them not to break you, but to bless you. If you had kept them, they would have distracted you, They would have slowed you down. I loved you enough to remove what you were holding on to so I could give you something better. I'm not just bringing back what you lost, I'm bringing you into something new, something that won't fall apart, something that can't be stolen, something built on me, not on fear, not on control, not on performance. What I'm doing in your life is foundational, it's unshakable. And it starts with me being your source, your peace, your strength, your joy. I know how tired you are. I know how long the fight has felt. But rest now. Not because the battle is over, but because you've remembered who is fighting for you. I didn't ask you to win on your own. I only asked you to stand. Stand in faith. Stand in truth. Stand on my word. Because when you do, heaven stands with you. I surround those who trust me. You are not alone. You are stepping into promises that have been spoken over you for years, prayers your grandmother prayed, words spoken before you were born, prophecies you forgot but I didn't. It's all unfolding now. Every delay had a purpose. Every detour was divine. Every time you thought I was late, I was right on time. I have never missed a moment of your life. Even now, angels are moving on your behalf. Even now, chains are breaking that you didn't know were holding you back. You feel it, don't you? That shift in your spirit, that lift in your heart, that tug on your soul. It's me. It's my spirit, confirming that what's been hidden is being revealed. What's been silent is being spoken. What's been stuck is being released. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Your faith didn't go unnoticed. Your tears didn't fall in vain. I keep everyone. I remember every moment. And I will turn every sorrow into joy. I will replace mourning with dancing. I will give you beauty for ashes. Your wilderness season is coming to an end. You will not wander forever. I am leading you into your promise. You're not going to have to fight for every inch anymore. There is a rest coming, a peace that passes understanding, a flow of favor that only I could orchestrate. You won't have to strive. You won't have to prove yourself. I will do it. And when people ask how it happened, your answer will be simple. God did it. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. Don't be afraid of what's next. I'm already there. I have gone before you. I'm preparing hearts, aligning opportunities, softening resistance. The doors will open. The path will be made clear. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. It will find you. Just stay close. Keep your heart tender. Keep your eyes on me. I know the scars you carry. Some are seen, some are buried deep. But I see them all, and I'm not ashamed of them. I don't overlook them. I use them. What hurt you will help someone else heal. What broke you will make someone else believe. Your pain has a purpose. Your story has power. Don't hide it. Let me redeem it. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. The enemy has tried to confuse your timeline, to convince you that you've missed your moment. But I say this to you now, you're right on time for what I've prepared, and nothing and no one can stop it. I am faithful to finish what I started. You are stepping into answered prayers. You are walking into divine appointments. You are rising into your identity. No more shrinking back. No more second guessing. You are mine, and I am proud of you. Even in the struggle, even when you felt like a mess, Even when you didn't feel worthy, I was still calling you worthy. Stay with me. Keep your eyes up. The best is not behind you. It's not even here yet. It's still ahead. And when it comes, you'll know it was me. You'll know it had my fingerprints on it. You'll know it was worth the wait, worth the tears, worth the trials. You'll know your God never forgot you. There is a shift taking place in the spirit. You can feel it even now. That heaviness is lifting. That confusion is clearing. That sense of being stuck is being broken. It's not just emotion, it's transformation. You are not the same as you were before. And what is ahead is not a repeat of the pain you've walked through. I'm doing something brand new, not recycled, not left over, fresh, holy, handcrafted by heaven for your life. Comment 999 if you believe God is doing something brand new in your story. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. The enemy tried to tell you that your mistakes canceled my promises, but he is a liar. My grace is bigger than your failures. My purpose is stronger than your past. Nothing you've done has undone what I've declared over you. My calling on your life still stands, and I will see it through. You thought it was too late, that too much time had passed, that too many people went ahead of you, but what I have for you cannot be taken. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be missed. It's not limited by age, background, or status. I don't operate by man's standards. I choose who I choose, and I chose you. Long before you ever knew me, I had my eye on you. You are mine. I've seen your private pain, the battles no one else saw, the nights you held back tears so no one would worry. The moments you tried to smile, but your soul was screaming for help. I was there. I was holding you even when you couldn't feel it. You made it through not because of your strength, but because of my grace. And now I am about to show you what all that pain was leading to. You're going to understand why the path was so rough, why the losses came, why the waiting lasted so long. I didn't abandon you. I was aligning everything around you. I was working in places you couldn't see, arranging divine moments, opening the right doors, closing the wrong ones, preparing hearts, softening places that once resisted you. I wasn't ignoring your prayers. I was perfecting the outcome. Comment 1010 if you believe the waiting is ending and God's plan is unfolding. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to turn away or grow cold. This is the time to dig deeper, to stay close, to hold on to me with everything you've got, because what's coming is greater than what you lost, greater than what you hoped for, greater than anything you imagined. You are stepping into a level of blessing that only I could bring. But don't misunderstand. My child, this isn't just about material things. Yes, I will provide. Yes, I will open doors. But this blessing is deeper. It's peace that can't be shaken. It's strength that won't run dry. It's clarity where there was once confusion. It's knowing who you are in me and standing firm, no matter the storm. The enemy can't steal that. The world can't take that away. This is me establishing you. I'm restoring your identity. You are not broken. You are not less than. You are not forgotten. You are not the labels others put on you. You are who I say you are. You are redeemed. You are loved. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are equipped. You are more than a conqueror. And I, the Lord your God, am with you wherever you go. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I know the world has been loud. I know fear has tried to drown out your faith. But my voice is still steady. My promises are still true. My presence has never left your side. Even when the world turned its back, I was there. Even when they misunderstood you, I understood you. I created you. I know every thought, every dream, every scar, and I still call you mine. Don't fear what's ahead. Don't replay the pain of the past. Look forward. Something new is blooming. I am doing a work that is not based on your performance. It's based on my mercy. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. Just be willing. Just keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep listening. I will guide every step. I am surrounding you with my angels. I am fighting battles you don't even know about. I am going before you to clear the way. When you step into that next room, know that I already filled it with favor. When you step into that next opportunity, know that I already wrote your name on the blessing. You don't have to force it. You don't have to fake it. Just be still and watch what I will do. You are stepping into answered prayer, into healing, into fullness, into places you never dreamed you could enter. And it will be clear that it wasn't your strength, it wasn't your status, it was me. It was my hand, my power, my grace. And when people ask how it happened, you will smile and say, it was God, only God. Let them laugh, let them doubt, let them speak. They don't know the weight you've carried. They don't know the cost of your worship. They don't know the nights you spent crying, the moments you spent crawling to me in prayer. But I know, I saw every moment, and I honor that faith. I respond to that heart. I will not allow shame to rule your life. I will not let fear dictate your future. I am covering you with new strength, new peace, new joy. I am silencing every lie that said you wouldn't make it. I am proving every whisper of doubt wrong. You will rise. You will walk in victory. You will stand in rooms that once rejected you. You will receive what once seemed impossible. Your time has come, not because of chance, not because of luck, but because heaven has declared it. Your name has been called. The doors are opening. The blessings are being released. The favor is falling, and my presence is going with you. You are not going empty-handed. You are going with purpose, with anointing, with my power upon your life. There's nothing I cannot restore, no wound too deep, no scar too old, no past too heavy. Give it all to me. Lay it down. Let me take it. I will carry what you were never meant to hold. You were not created to carry the weight of the world. You were created to walk in. My love, let me continue walking with you. Stay close. The next stretch of this journey is holy. It's not random. It's not routine. It's me fulfilling what I promised, what I whispered in the quiet, what I revealed when you were still. You didn't imagine it. You didn't make it up. You heard me. And now you'll see me. You've wondered if I see you. You've questioned if I hear you. But I want you to know I've never looked away. You were never alone. Even in your loneliest moments, I was there. I was beside you when no one else stood with you. I was holding your soul when your spirit felt crushed. And now I am lifting you higher than you've ever been. Not because of what you've earned, but because of how deeply you are loved. You've gone through seasons that nearly stole your faith. You've had prayers that seemed like they were swallowed by silence. You've wrestled with doubt, with fear, with loneliness. But you kept coming back. You kept choosing me, even when it didn't feel good. That is faith. That is love. That is why this next chapter is different. You didn't give up, and now the harvest is coming. Comment 1515 if you believe the next chapter will be better than anything behind you. There is no shame in where you've been. There is no condemnation in the places you've struggled. I know your humanity. I created you. I understand your weakness, but I don't define you by it. I define you by what I placed in you. I define you by my image, my spirit, my love, and that has never changed, even when you fell, even when you walked away. I kept pursuing you because I never stopped calling you mine. My child, you are not starting over, you are starting ahead. Everything you've walked through has built something eternal in you. You didn't lose time, you gained wisdom. You didn't lose progress, you gained perspective. You are stronger now, clearer now, more rooted now, and that's why you're ready. What once would have crushed you, you can now carry. What once confused you, you now understand. You're stepping into this moment with more than just faith, you're stepping in with fire. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where I need you to be. The enemy tried to make you feel like you missed it, that somehow your window closed, that you lost your opportunity. But I do not operate by the clocks of man. I open doors that no one expects, and I do it in ways that defy logic. Just when others count you out, I step in, and I make a way. Comment 1717. If you believe God is opening a way where there was no way, I am not done showing you what I can do. You've only seen the beginning. You've seen glimpses of my faithfulness, but what's coming will be undeniable. You will be able to say, I saw the hand of God in my life. Your testimony is being written right now, not by your hands, but by mine. And when I write the story, there's redemption in every chapter. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Some of the people who walked out of your life were removed by my hand. Not to punish you, but to protect you. They couldn't go where I'm taking you. Their presence would have become a weight. I love you too much to let you carry what wasn't meant for your future. Trust my pruning. Trust my process. I don't just add, I remove to make room for what's better. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't need applause. You don't need validation from the crowd. I am your father. I am the one who called you. I am the one who equipped you, and I will be the one who establishes you. What I placed in you is not dependent on popularity. It's rooted in purpose, and purpose always finds its way forward. You will begin to feel lighter. That's my spirit lifting the heaviness from your chest. That anxiety you've carried is breaking. That fear that's haunted you is fleeing. That deep sadness you've tried to hide is being replaced with my joy. You're going to laugh again, really laugh. You're going to breathe freely, sleep deeply, live fully. That's what I desire for you, and it doesn't stop there. I am healing not just your heart, but your family. I am reaching into the places you've wept over in secret, the relationships, the loved ones, the broken bonds. You thought it was impossible, but I'm not limited by time or by people's choices. I am turning hearts. I am softening what's been hardened. And I will bring peace to the very places that have caused you the most pain. You may not see how yet, but I'm already working it out. Trust me. Even when you don't feel me, even when the answers don't come quickly. Faith isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet decision to say, God, I still believe you. And that's exactly what you've been doing. You've been believing through the battle, And now the reward is coming. My favor is not based on your perfection, it's based on my promise. I made a covenant with you. I declared my love over you before you ever took your first breath. I've carried you every step since. I've watched over you, even when you didn't see it. And I will keep carrying you until the work is complete. I will not let you fall. I will not leave you in this place. I am bringing you through. The blessing that's coming is not a random surprise. It's a divine response. I saw your secret sacrifice. I saw you forgive when it was hard. I saw you stay when it would have been easier to leave. I saw you love people who never thanked you. I saw it all. And heaven remembers. The reward may not have come immediately, but it is coming now. I am restoring what was lost, the years, the opportunities, the joy. I am not giving you back what you had, I'm giving you better, stronger, deeper. You will rise from this with double for your trouble. You will walk in blessing that your pain paved the way for. You will not look like what you've been through, you will shine brighter than ever before. My child, stay close, keep your heart open, don't harden it with disappointment. I know you've been let down before, but I'm not like them. I don't change my mind. I don't walk away when it gets hard. I don't give up on the ones I love, and I love you with an everlasting love. What's coming is going to require your faith, your trust, and your surrender. But you won't be doing it alone. I'm walking every step with you. I'm clearing the path ahead, and I'm covering you from behind. You are safe in me. You are protected. You are chosen. You are not finished. This is just the beginning. You're not who you used to be. And you don't have to carry the shame of who you were. I've washed you clean. I've removed the guilt. I've covered you in mercy. The enemy wants you trapped in regret, but I have called you redeemed. You are not defined by the worst parts of your past. You are defined by my grace, my love, and my calling on your life. Walk in that truth. Comment, Amen, if you receive that your past no longer defines your future. Do not listen to the voices trying to make you feel small. I did not create you to blend in. I didn't call you to live a quiet, defeated life. I set you apart for something greater. That's why you felt different. That's why you couldn't settle like others did. That's why the path has felt harder, because what I've placed in you is weighty. You carry destiny, you carry purpose, and you will fulfill it. I have placed keys in your spirit. Keys that unlock freedom not just for you, but for others. That's why you've been attacked. That's why hell has fought you so hard, because you are dangerous to darkness. You carry light, you carry truth. You carry me, and wherever you go, my power goes with you. You don't have to fight alone. I'm with you in the fire, I'm with you in the pressure, and I will never let go. Your prayers are not empty words, they carry weight in heaven. Every time you cried out to me, even when it felt like nothing changed, I was moving. Sometimes the greatest moves happen in silence. And just because you didn't feel the shift doesn't mean it wasn't happening. You were being protected, you were being positioned. And now, I am about to reveal what I've been building all along. Comment 222 if you trust that God has been working behind the scenes. This next season will not be like the last. I am calling you out of survival and into peace. I'm calling you out of stress and into clarity. You've been in a fight for so long that rest feels foreign, but I'm inviting you to rest in me. Not laziness, not passivity, but trust. Rest that says, I know who holds my future, so I won't live in fear. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You've seen me provide just enough to get by, but now you will see me as the God of more than enough. I will provide abundantly, not just to fill your needs, but to bless others through you. I want your hands to overflow with kindness, with generosity, with favor. I want you to be a carrier of my goodness, a reflection of my heart, and I will make sure you lack nothing to do it. There will be days ahead where the path still feels unfamiliar, but don't let that scare you. I'm not calling you to familiar places, I'm calling you to greater ones. Places where your faith will stretch, where your heart will expand, where your joy will deepen. You've outgrown the old season. That's why it's felt tight. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And what I plant always grows. I am increasing your discernment. You will begin to see clearly what you used to overlook. You will hear my voice more clearly. The confusion is lifting. The noise is fading. The distractions that once clouded your spirit are losing their grip. I am fine-tuning your ears to my whisper. I'm teaching you to walk in step with me, and in that alignment, there is power, peace, and favor. You won't have to chase after validation. You won't need to explain yourself to everyone. I will speak for you. I will make your fruit undeniable. They won't need to hear your words. They'll see my hand on your life. Your growth will be your answer. Your joy will speak louder than your wounds. Your progress will silence every lie spoken against you. I will bless you in such a way that even those who doubted you will have to say, "Surely the Lord is with them." Not because of pride, but because of purpose, because my light is meant to be seen, not hidden. You don't have to dim who you are to make others comfortable. Shine, speak, walk in boldness. I gave you that light. Let it shine. I will restore your voice. I will give you confidence again. Not in yourself, but in me. You've been quieted by rejection, shut down by shame. But I'm breaking that off of you now. You will speak again. You will sing again. You will dream again. That fear is being replaced with fire, and that fire is from me. Let it burn. Some of what's coming will feel unfamiliar, but don't retreat. Lean into me. Ask for wisdom. Ask for guidance. I am generous with it. I don't expect you to have all the answers. I only expect you to ask, to seek, to stay close. I will guide you. I will not lead you into chaos. I lead you into still waters, into restoration, into purpose. There's a reason the doors didn't open before. It wasn't rejection, it was protection. If I had let you in too soon, it would have harmed you. Now you are ready. Now you are rooted. Now your heart is healed enough to receive what I've prepared. And when it comes, you will see clearly why I said, "Not yet." I don't waste pain. I don't waste waiting. I don't waste tears. Everything you've walked through will be woven into a testimony that brings life, that brings freedom, that brings hope to others still in the valley. Your story will not end in sorrow. It will end in praise. I'm breathing on your gifts. I'm stirring up what's been asleep inside of you. Creativity, passion, vision, it's coming alive again. You thought it was gone, but I'm reviving it. What you gave up on is not lost, it's being renewed. Don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid to believe again. I'm in this. I'm with you. I'm for you. Let me take the lead. Don't run ahead in fear. Don't lag behind in doubt. Walk with me, step by step, moment by moment, and you will look back in awe at what we did together. Not because it was easy, but because it was anointed, because it was holy, because it was worth every tear. You may not feel strong right now. You may feel tired, unsure, or afraid. But I am your strength. I am the one who carries you when you feel like you can't walk another step. I do not expect you to have it all figured out. I simply ask you to lean on me. Trust me. Let me be the one who holds you steady. I never asked for perfection, just surrender. You are about to see me make rivers in the desert. I am making a way in the dry places of your life. Things that seemed dead are coming back to life. What felt like a season of loss is becoming a season of renewal. You are walking into a time where my provision will surprise you. It won't always come in ways you expect, but it will be exactly what you need. Comment 1111 if you believe God is making a way in your dry places. There are people you've been praying for, people you love who feel far from me. I want you to know I hear those prayers, and I am moving. I am softening hearts that seemed hardened. I am stirring things inside them they can't explain. Keep praying, keep loving them, don't give up. I am faithful to complete the work not just in you, but in them too. There are miracles on their way to your house, not just in your hands, but in your home. I will bring peace where there's been tension. I will bring unity where there's been division. I will bring healing where there's been pain. Your family matters to me. Your future is not just about you, it's about what I am building through you. A legacy of faith, a testimony of grace. You've asked me, Lord, what do you want from me? And I say to you, I want your heart, not your performance, not your perfection, just your heart. Let me in completely. Stop holding back the parts you think I don't want. I want all of you, the joy and the sorrow, the strength and the weakness, the faith and the fear. Bring it all to me, and I will hold it. Comment 333 if you're giving your whole heart back to God today. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am not a distant God. I am not unreachable. I am close. Closer than you think. Closer than your next breath. When you feel alone, whisper my name. I will answer. When you are overwhelmed, lean into me. I will hold you. I never turn away my children. I don't ignore the cries of those who love me. I rush to their side. I stay through the storm. I want you to learn to rest in me, not just run to me when things fall apart. I'm not just your rescue, I'm your father. I'm not only here for the hard moments. I want to walk with you daily. Talk to me, not with fancy words, just with your heart. I long to be close to you. I long to be part of your every moment, not just your emergencies. You were created for more than just surviving. You were made to thrive in my presence. That doesn't mean life will always be easy, but it means you'll always have a foundation that cannot be shaken. When the winds blow, you will not fall. When the waves rise, you will not drown. Because I am with you, and I am the anchor that holds. You've outgrown some places and people not because you're better than them, but because I've called you to new ground. Let go without guilt. Don't cling to what I'm calling you out of. You're not leaving people behind. You're stepping into purpose, and sometimes that requires separation. I will bring the right people into your life at the right time. Trust me. There will be divine connections, people who will speak life, who will walk with you, who will help carry the vision I've placed inside of you. Don't settle out of loneliness. Don't cling to what's familiar just because you're afraid of being alone. I have something better, something healthier, something holy. I am preparing places for you that your feet have not touched yet. I'm arranging moments that will feel like sudden miracles, but have been long in the making. I am not random, I am intentional. Every detail matters. I waste nothing, I delay nothing without purpose. And I bring everything together for your good. Yes, even the broken pieces, even the heartbreak, even the doors that slammed shut. You thought it was rejection, but it was redirection. I closed it because I saw what was ahead. I said no because I had something better. Don't mourn what I removed, celebrate what I'm building. You will thank me for the closed doors when you walk through the right one. I am not done blessing you. I am not done healing you. I am not done guiding you. You haven't missed your chance. You haven't ruined your future. As long as you are breathing, I am still writing. As long as you have a heartbeat, I have a purpose for you. Your destiny isn't tied to your past, it's anchored in my promises. The world may label you by your mistakes, but I call you by your name. I call you daughter. I call you son. I call you worthy. I call you strong. I call you anointed. Don't let the lies of others speak louder than my truth. You are not who they said you were. You are who I say you are, and that truth will never change. Stay close to me. You don't have to fear the future. You don't have to figure out every step. I've gone ahead of you. I've made a way. Your only job is to trust me, to follow me, and to believe that what I've spoken over your life is more real than what you see around you. Faith is not about seeing first, it's about trusting first. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not too broken. I use the overlooked, the unexpected, the imperfect. I choose the surrendered, not the polished. And I have chosen you. Yes, you with the doubt. You with the fear. You with the tired heart. I see beyond all of that, and I still call you. Your next step may feel uncertain, but I am already in it. Don't be afraid to move. I will catch you. I will guide you. I will carry you when needed. Just take the step. Just say yes. Just let go of fear. And watch what I will do with one act of faith. You've been strong for so long. You've carried things no one else knew about. You've shown up for others when you had nothing left in your own spirit. I saw it all. You think I didn't notice the weight, but I did. I was with you every time you cried behind closed doors. I caught the tears no one else saw, and now I'm coming to lift that burden off your shoulders. You are not meant to carry this anymore. Lay it down, child. Give it to me. Comment Amen if you're ready to lay down the burdens you've been carrying. I know it's hard to let go. You've learned to hold it all together for so long, but letting go isn't weakness. It's trust. It's saying, God, I can't do this without you anymore. And that's exactly what I've been waiting for. Not because I needed to see you struggle, but because I wanted your heart. I wanted to show you how much I can do when you stop trying to carry it all yourself. When you step back, I step in. When you surrender, I take over. Your breakthrough isn't coming because you worked harder. It's coming because you trusted deeper. That is what brings heaven into motion. Your faith, your surrender, your willingness to say, even if I don't understand, I will still follow you. I will honor that faith. I will meet you in that surrender. You will not be disappointed in where I'm taking you. What I'm about to do in your life will erase the memory of every moment you almost gave up. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You've been tested in silence. Stretched in places no one could see. It felt like I was far, but I was closer than ever. I wasn't testing your strength, I was building your foundation. I needed you to be ready for what's coming, not just on the outside, but inside. Now, the foundation is strong. Now, your spirit is prepared. Now, you're ready to receive what I've been holding in my hands. Comment 555 if you believe God is about to release what He's been holding for you. I want you to understand something deeply. My delay was not denial. My silence was not rejection. There were things you needed to outgrow, pain you had to release, forgiveness you had to choose. And now that you've walked through that valley, you're standing at the edge of something new. God strictly warns you about a person whose name starts with the initial R. Open within 10 seconds. You won't believe this. God will reveal their name in the next few minutes. God is sending this word straight to your soul because your peace is under attack. Right now, someone with the initial R is standing in the way of the breakthrough God has for you. You're not here by chance. Stay until the end, or you'll miss what God has been trying to show you in silence. This warning is not for fear, it's for freedom. If you ignore this, you may delay a blessing that was already on its way. Comment Amen to affirm that you receive this word. The Spirit has been trying to protect you, but you've overlooked the signs. You've been praying for clarity. You've asked God to speak plainly, and this is the moment. There is a person whose name begins with R, and their presence in your life has not been divinely planted. You may think they mean well, they may speak kindly, but God sees the motives of the heart, and what's hidden from you is fully exposed before Him. This isn't just a name, it's a distraction, a test, a delay sent by the enemy in disguise. Before you skip this, let me ask you something. Have you felt drained after speaking with this person? Do you sense confusion, heaviness, or doubt in their presence? That is not from God. When someone is truly sent by Him, they carry peace, not chaos. They lift you in prayer, not pull you away from it. They inspire you to draw near to Him, not question His voice. Hit like if this has already begun to resonate in your heart. That is the Holy Spirit confirming this to you. This is more than a random warning. It's a divine interruption. Heaven is trying to reroute you because you've been too close to something that was never meant to stay. It might be a friend, a relationship, a family member, or someone you barely know, but the initial R isn't coincidence. This person has been part of the delays, part of the misdirection, and part of the confusion, and now God is stepping in, not to accuse them, but to protect you. Comment 1111 if you believe that divine protection is surrounding you right now. You've been sensing something off, haven't you? You've even felt guilty for thinking badly of this person because you were taught to always assume the best. But discernment is not judgment. God isn't telling you to hate, He's telling you to guard your heart. This warning isn't about bitterness, it's about boundaries. You are walking into a season where distractions will no longer be tolerated. Every seed that is not planted by God must be uprooted before it grows into something that strangles your joy. There is a blessing trying to reach you, but it's being blocked by the weight of someone who cannot come where you're going. And God, in His mercy, is whispering no, shouting this message to get your attention. He is not angry with you. He is proud of how far you've come, but he loves you too much to let you settle around people who smile with their lips, but war with your purpose. There is no more time for hesitation. Your delay has an address, and it starts with R. God says, I have seen your tears, I have heard your confusion, and I have watched how this person's influence has shifted your focus, but you are not forgotten. I will restore what they tried to take. I will redeem the time that was lost. But you must obey. Do not second-guess the nudges I've been placing in your spirit. I'm calling you to higher ground. And not everyone can climb with you. This is a spiritual crossroads, a holy moment, a divine appointment that will either launch you forward or loop you back into cycles that kept you stuck for years. That is why this message carries so much urgency. That is why you are here reading this, because God wants to snap you out of the spiritual fog. He wants to place you back into alignment. And alignment requires separation. Maybe this person was never meant to harm you, but even good intentions can block God's perfect will. The R could represent someone you've trusted, someone you've leaned on, someone you've defended. But God is saying, you don't owe anyone more loyalty than you owe me. When I say move, you move. When I say release, you release. When I say protect your anointing, you guard it like a treasure. Remember this, the enemy always tries to send confusion before your calling becomes clear. He'll send people who speak your language, but not your spirit. He'll send someone who looks like a blessing but carries a hidden cost. That's what R has been, a cost you didn't realize you were paying. But God is flipping the table now. He's canceling the assignments tied to your name, and He is lifting the veil. Do not fear. What you lose in this moment will never compare to what I'm about to pour into your life. You will see why I warned you. You will see what I saw. You will look back and thank me for pulling you away when you didn't have the strength to walk alone. Comment 222 if you trust me, even when it's hard. Let my peace confirm what your heart already knows. Let my presence fill the space where disappointment tried to make a home. Let me speak louder than the noise. You don't have to understand everything right now. You just have to trust that when I warn you, it's not to scare you. It's to save you, and you are worth saving. You always have been. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are my child, chosen, protected, covered in grace. You are not overlooked, not for a second. I'm sending this word like a rescue rope to your soul. The storm is not the problem, it's who's on the boat with you. And before the blessing can come, the wrong passenger must leave. R is not your enemy, but they are not your assignment either. This isn't the time to try and fix people who were never your responsibility. You've prayed for them, you've shown grace, you've extended love, but now your soul is exhausted and your peace is cracked because you've stayed connected too long. It's time to choose obedience over emotion, because what you tolerate will grow, and what you excuse will continue to steal from you. God is calling you to let go, not because of hate, but because of holiness. You might say, but they were there when I needed someone. Yes, but God says, I was always there too. You leaned into what was comfortable, but comfort isn't always the same as calling. What you're facing now isn't just a matter of relationships, it's about alignment. God is realigning your life to make room for what's coming next. And he will not allow anyone to remain in your circle who carries poison, even if it's dressed in politeness. You've already noticed the signs, the strange tension, the unspoken jealousy, the conversations that start kind but end in confusion. That's not your imagination, that's your discernment sharpening. It's been growing stronger, and God has been whispering, "Look again." You keep brushing off what you feel in your spirit, but God is not vague. He doesn't play guessing games. When he warns, it's because he sees beyond your view. This isn't to shame you. You are deeply loved, but you cannot hold on to what God is trying to lift off. There is freedom waiting, and it begins with obedience. Sometimes the hardest obedience is walking away from what feels familiar. But you were not created for the familiar. You were created for glory. You were created to go higher. And some people can only love you on the level you used to be. That person with R in their name may not even realize how deeply they've influenced your walk with God. But influence, when it's not of God, becomes interference, and interference leads to delay. You've wondered why certain doors haven't opened, why prayers feel stuck, why you can't seem to shake the fog. It's because your environment matters, and when something or someone is misaligned, even your blessings can get stuck in spiritual traffic. You are not the same person you were 6 months ago. You've grown. You've been stretched. You've survived what tried to break you. And now heaven is preparing a release that requires a clean atmosphere. God isn't asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be positioned. And positioning sometimes means pruning. You can't carry every person from your past into the promise. Some are meant to be a page, not a chapter. God says, "I will reveal everything you need to know, but you must quiet the noise." That includes the noise of emotional attachments. Stop excusing behaviors that keep you bound. Stop making space for people who don't honor your calling. Stop mistaking tolerance for peace. I am the Prince of Peace, and where I dwell, there is no confusion. Comment 555 if you're ready to walk into the clarity I'm sending. There are blessings with your name on them, but they are coded to your obedience. That means if you go where I didn't send you, those blessings won't activate. If you stay longer than I told you to stay, you will delay what I've already released. Don't confuse my mercy with my permission. Just because I didn't remove them yet doesn't mean I want them there. I've been waiting on your yes. You've been chosen for more. And the more you've prayed for is connected to the less you've been willing to release. Release is hard. It comes with mourning. But mourning ends. Joy rises, and when it rises, it comes with double. I have double for your pain, double for your silence, double for the tears you cried in secret while they misunderstood you. Do not be afraid to stand alone. Sometimes isolation is not punishment, it's preparation. I pulled you aside so I could speak without interruption. I removed distractions so you could hear me clearly. And now this is the moment where your steps must match your prayers. You asked me to lead you. You cried out for change. Now it's time to walk through the door I've opened, even if it means closing another. You don't need the full explanation. You just need to obey the nudge. That whisper in your soul is me. That tug on your heart isn't random. I don't speak to impress. I speak to instruct. And this is instruction for your protection. The person whose name begins with R has served their time in your story. And that time is up. They might call. They might reach out. They might even say all the right things. But I am not in every word that sounds good. My sheep know my voice, and another they will not follow. Listen again, not with your ears, but with your spirit. Does this connection lead you closer to me or pull you into confusion? That answer is all you need. Do not fear loss. I will fill every empty place. I will bring new people, new peace, and new purpose. But I will not pour new oil into an old container. The new cannot come until the unnecessary is removed. This is not rejection, it's redirection. This is how I protect what's holy. You are holy to me. You are set apart. You carry my name. The enemy hoped you would stay silent, that you would stay stuck, that you would ignore the signs, but you are rising. You are awakening. You are stepping into spiritual clarity, and what once confused you will soon be behind you. Let the past go. Let the delay go. Let the weight of false connections break off you now. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. That person with the initial R was never supposed to have that much access to your peace. They were never supposed to touch the core of your confidence. Somewhere along the way you let your guard down, not out of weakness, but out of compassion. But even compassion must have a gate. You can love people and still protect your purpose. You can pray for them and still walk away. Because what's at stake now is too great to risk. God sees the thoughts they never said out loud. He hears the conversations they have when you're not around. And though you've sensed something was off, you still gave them the benefit of the doubt. That's why God had to step in directly. He knows you wouldn't move until it was clear. And now, here is your clarity. Here is your confirmation. Here is the answer to the prayers you whispered when no one was listening. You don't need another sign. You don't need a bigger breakdown to finally obey. What you need now is the courage to believe that what God is removing is His mercy in action. He doesn't just deliver you from storms, He delivers you from the people who cause them. You've cried enough. You've stayed loyal long enough. Now it's time to choose peace over people. There's something sacred about this moment. It's a turning point, a shift, a closing chapter that makes room for the next. You're not losing anything that God wants you to keep. If it's being shaken, it's because it wasn't stable to begin with. The roots were shallow. The foundation wasn't built on truth. God is about to build your future on solid ground, and that means He must expose every crack. You may not know the full name yet. You may be trying to reason through it. But deep down, you already know who R is. You've been fighting that knowing. You've been talking yourself out of what your spirit has been trying to reveal. But God isn't sending confusion. He's sending release. And with release comes healing. With healing comes power. And with power comes clarity. This is what you've been praying for, even if it doesn't look like it. You asked for a breakthrough. You asked for an open door. You asked for peace. But to receive those things, something must go. The longer you hold on, the more tangled your spirit becomes. And tangled spirits can't soar. You were made to soar, not settle. God says, "My child, you've been distracted long enough. You've doubted yourself long enough. You've been drained by conversations that lead nowhere. You've been talked out of your fire. But I'm reigniting it now. I'm restoring your voice. I'm pulling you out of connections that made you question who you are. You are not too much. You are not too intense. You are divinely designed, and I will not let you shrink to fit into places I've outgrown for you. You are about to step into a version of yourself that's been waiting on the other side of obedience. That yes, you've been afraid to say is going to unlock blessings that were delayed but never denied. I know it hurts to walk away. I know the soul tie feels thick, but I am with you in the tearing. I am wrapping my arms around you in the separation. You're not walking away alone. You're walking toward me. That person may come back and apologize. They may even seem changed. But remember what I showed you in silence. Remember how they made you feel small, how they dismissed your dreams, how they clapped for you only when it benefited them. Not everyone clapping is for you. Some clap just loud enough to distract you from the truth. And truth is where I live. You are anointed. That's why the battle has been so heavy. You carry purpose that hell wants to abort. You carry influence that darkness wants to block, but no scheme of man can cancel what I've placed on you. I will finish what I started. I will rebuild what was broken, but I need your full yes. Comment 999 if you believe God is calling you into a place of total surrender and unshakable peace. There is a light on your path, but you've been walking with people who prefer the dark. They speak in half-truths, they blur your vision, and every time you try to rise, you feel that subtle pull backward. That's not you being weak. That's the spiritual gravity of a connection that's outlived its purpose. And now, the cord must be cut. You will not stay in limbo. You will not stay stuck between the old and the new. I am making all things new. And when I make something new, I don't leave old residue behind. I purify, I cleanse, I remove anything that contaminates your calling. That includes people, no matter how long they've been around. I want your future pure. Your next level requires it. Some people were sent for a season, and that season is over. It's not a betrayal. It's a shift. And shifts come with shedding. You cannot wear yesterday's armor for tomorrow's battles. You need fresh fire, fresh oil, and I can't fill what's still full of what I told you to empty. Trust me, I've never failed you. Even when you were walking through confusion, I was clearing the path. Even when you couldn't hear me, I was speaking in ways your heart could understand. And now, I am speaking clearly. Move. Shift, let go. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. You are not being left behind. You are being lifted. But I must lift you out of places that no longer fit the weight of your future. I must separate you from those who do not understand the sacred call on your life. They may mean well, but meaning well does not equal being called. I do not call everyone into your future. Only those who can handle the light without being threatened by it. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. The person with the initial R has taken space in your life that belongs to peace. They have caused you to question your worth when God has already called you chosen. They've created confusion in places that once felt sure. God isn't just calling them out, He's calling you up. And sometimes calling you up means calling someone else out. This isn't cruelty, this is covering. Because what you don't see now, God has already seen beginning to end. He's protecting your future from a silent threat. Not all attacks look like war. Some come disguised in friendship. Some come wearing smiles. Some speak life in public and plant seeds of doubt in private. You've been loyal to what God never told you to commit to. And He's giving you this moment not to feel shame, but to choose freedom. The wrong company can delay the right destiny. And God won't allow you to miss your purpose because of misplaced loyalty. You've been praying, Lord, show me, and He's answering now. That stirring in your heart isn't random. The shift you feel isn't your imagination. God is speaking loudly, clearly, unshakably. And his message is simple: let go of what doesn't reflect me. You don't need another confirmation. This is your confirmation, and it's wrapped in love, not anger. Remember what I told you. I will never ask you to give something up without the intention of replacing it with something better. I am not the God of empty hands. I am the God who fills, but I can't fill what's already full of what I never gave. That are in your life may have been comfort, but they were not your calling. They may have walked with you, but they were never part of the path I ordained for your future. And yes, it might feel like loss, it might feel like heartbreak, but even heartbreak can be holy when it brings you closer to me. I see the nights you cried and stayed silent. I see the moments you laughed around them, even when your spirit was grieving. You didn't know how to walk away, but now you do. Now you must. This isn't about blame, this is about breakthrough. What has been draining you must no longer distract you. You've got purpose that can't be postponed anymore. You've got gifts that need room to grow. You've got healing that needs space to bloom. And I, your Father, am stepping in to clear the way. Not because I'm angry, but because I love you too much to let you keep walking in circles. You've been surviving in places I never meant for you to settle. You've been building friendships around people who don't respect the God in you. You've been explaining yourself when I never told you to. I am silencing the noise now. I am clearing out what's unnecessary. I am placing you in position for favor you didn't even know was waiting. But I need your obedience. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them accuse. I will defend you. I will restore what they tried to break. I will vindicate you in the eyes of those who doubted. But before I do that, I need you to let me have the final say. Not your emotions, not your memory of the good moments, not your fear of being alone. I am enough. I've always been enough. This didn't see the treasure in you, but I always have. While they treated you as optional, I marked you as royalty. While they left you in uncertainty, I held you in grace. While they blurred your boundaries, I covered your heart. You are not the mistake. You are not the problem. You are my beloved. And this reset is not punishment, it's a rescue. Comment 1515 if you believe God is rescuing your peace and preparing your future. You're not going backwards. This step of separation is a step into clarity, into strength, into wholeness. The ache you feel is temporary, but the freedom you're about to walk into will last. I know it feels sudden. I know it feels like everything is changing at once, but you've outgrown that place. You've outgrown that conversation. You've outgrown that version of yourself that needed their approval. I'm not just pulling you out, I'm pulling you up. I'm elevating your mind, sharpening your focus, increasing your discernment. You've passed tests you didn't even know you were taking. You've loved when it was hard. You stayed silent when you could have clapped back. You gave grace when you were bleeding. And now your reward is coming. But the reward cannot sit next to rebellion. If you delay obedience, you delay the blessing. And that's what the enemy wants. He wants you tangled in confusion, second-guessing what I've made clear. But you're stronger than that. You're wiser now, and I've made my voice undeniable. Do not return to what I've rescued you from. Do not rehearse the past when I'm preparing your future. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. That tug you feel every time they speak, that tension when they're near, that emptiness after being around them, that's not coincidence. That's the Holy Spirit waving a red flag. That's me saying, "My child, look again. You are not missing out. You are being spared. And what's ahead will prove why the separation was necessary. What's coming will heal what they broke. I'm about to bless you in ways that no one can take credit for. They'll wonder how it happened. They'll see the glow return to your face. They'll watch you walk in peace that makes no sense. And they'll know God did it, no one else. Just God. You won't need to explain. You won't need to justify. Your fruit will speak louder than their opinions. Your peace will silence every lie. And your testimony will be this: when I obeyed God, everything changed. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. God is saying, I gave you strength when your hands were shaking. I gave you signs when your mind was confused. I gave you silence when your spirit needed space to hear me clearly. I have been speaking, and this moment is no accident. I have been preparing your heart for this word for a long time. And now, it's time to move with purpose. You can't change what someone refuses to surrender to me. You've tried, you've wept, you've believed the best, but you cannot be their savior. You were never created to carry what only I can restore. And if you continue trying to rescue what I'm trying to remove, you'll exhaust yourself spiritually. You've already been feeling it, the tiredness that isn't physical, the heavy feeling that lingers after every conversation. That's not your fault. That's your soul saying, this isn't right anymore. I don't expose to embarrass, I expose to protect. And that's what I'm doing now. That name, that R, has had too much space in your life. Their words echo louder than mine. Their opinions weigh heavier than my truth. And that cannot continue. I love you too much to let your future be shaped by someone who doesn't value your spirit. I'm asking you to let them go. Not in hate, but in obedience. They might have helped you once. They may have been there in a season when you were broken. But not everyone who finds you in pain is meant to stay once you're healed. Some people are drawn to your weakness because it makes them feel stronger. But now that you're rising, they don't know what to do. They fear your growth. They resent your progress, and it shows in subtle ways. They joke about your faith. They question your convictions. They bring up your past. They downplay your dreams. And you've let it slide because you didn't want to lose the connection. But now I'm saying lose it, not because I want you lonely, but because I want you aligned with my word, aligned with my presence, aligned with your anointing. This isn't rejection. This is redirection. This is grace in motion. This is me holding your heart and saying, there's more, but you have to choose me over them. The next level of favor on your life will require a tighter circle. Everyone cannot be allowed into sacred spaces. There are places I'm about to take you that demand focus, not distraction. And you know it. You've felt the pull. You've sensed that it's time to stop explaining yourself to people who don't see your value. You've outgrown the room. You're being called into deeper places, higher callings, greater peace. And greater peace often comes after great release. I know it hurts. Letting go always does. But what's on the other side of obedience will not just heal you, it will elevate you. The anointing I'm placing on your life requires freedom from silent bondage. And yes, that person, has become a form of silent bondage. You felt it, even if you couldn't put it into words. That unsettling in your spirit wasn't anxiety, it was discernment. You kept asking, why can't I fully rest around them? It's because your spirit was never at peace in their presence. You saw glimpses of who they could be, but I see who they are. And while you were loving their potential, I was protecting your destiny. And now, I'm asking you to let me have the final word. There's no need to argue, no need to explain, no need to defend. Just obey. I will handle the rest. I will handle their response. I will heal the ache. I will fill the empty space. But I won't force you. You have to choose. You've been loyal, faithful. Even when they gave you reasons to walk away, you stayed. But I'm telling you, that chapter is over. Don't keep rereading something I've already closed. The more you cling, the longer you delay. The more you resist, the heavier the load becomes. And I want you light. I want you free. I want you whole. You've got work to do, prayers to release, people to reach. There are doors about to open that require your hands empty and your heart ready. And I will not let someone with divided intentions travel with you. The journey ahead is too precious. The oil on your life is too valuable, and I'm guarding it with holy fire. That's why the separation feels so sharp. That's why the connection feels so strained. It's not a coincidence. It's a shift. And your soul is starting to wake up to what your heart has been afraid to admit. This isn't working anymore. This isn't healthy anymore. This isn't from me anymore. Let me show you what real peace feels like. Let me show you what pure love looks like. Let me introduce you to people who pray more than they gossip, who build more than they break, who lift more than they weigh down. I'm not just removing the wrong, I'm preparing to release the right. But first, you must trust me with the goodbye. Comment, Amen, if you choose obedience over comfort and freedom over fear. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to overthink. Just walk, just release, just trust. Because when you do, the blessings I've stored up for you will begin to flow. It won't be overnight, but it will be worth it. You'll feel lighter, you'll hear me clearer, you'll sleep deeper, you'll breathe easier. And then, when you look back, you'll say, "Thank you, God, for warning me. Thank you for stepping in when I couldn't see. Thank you for protecting me from what I thought I needed." And I'll smile, because I was there the whole time, guiding, covering, loving, waiting for your yes. This is about more than just removing someone from your life. This is about what's being preserved, your spirit, your peace, your calling. There is something sacred being built in you, and I will not allow it to be compromised. Some people came into your life during your wilderness, but the wilderness was never meant to be your permanent address. And not everyone who meets you in survival mode is meant to join you in the promised land. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may be tempted to believe you're being too sensitive. You may try to convince yourself that you're imagining things. But God doesn't repeat himself without reason. That tension you feel every time their name comes up is not emotion, it's spiritual alert. That heaviness after spending time with them is not normal. You weren't meant to constantly recover from the very people you trust. You've prayed for discernment. This is it. You've asked for signs. Here they are. God is doing what you asked for. He's exposing the hidden, not to hurt you, but to prepare you. Because what's ahead is too important to enter with the wrong alignment. Imagine missing your moment because you were still tied to someone who couldn't carry your calling. That's not God's will. He is a God of order, and his order begins with obedience. You might not get closure. You might not get the full truth from them, but you don't need it. Closure isn't something they give, it's something God reveals. And what he is revealing now is that their presence in your life has passed its time. When something is expired, it becomes toxic, and this connection has expired. You've felt it in your soul. You've seen the changes, the distance, the draining, the doubt. That's not what love looks like. That's not what peace feels like. And maybe you're scared to be without them. Maybe you've become used to their voice, even if it brought chaos. But let me tell you this, I never created you to depend on someone who poisons your purpose. I created you to depend on me. I created you to walk boldly, not carefully. I created you to stand strong, not shrink small to make others feel better. There are places I want to take you, but you've been stuck at the gate, waiting for them to go with you. But they were never meant to pass through. They don't have the character, the calling, or the spiritual capacity to walk where I'm about to lead you. This is why it's felt so heavy. Because you've been carrying what I asked you to release. Let go. Release the weight. Let me be enough for you. I am your provider. I am your comfort. I am your healer. You don't need to beg anyone to stay. You don't need to keep explaining your value. The ones I've assigned to your life will see you clearly. They won't manipulate your love. They won't play with your loyalty. They'll protect your heart because they'll honor my hand on you. You've been in this cycle long enough. You've gone in circles hoping for change. But what I have for you next doesn't require convincing. It requires clarity. You need clear minds, clear hearts, and clear voices around you. I'm sending people who will speak life, not confusion. I'm sending those who know how to pray when storms come. People who know me, not just talk about me. That are in your life may speak the right words but live the wrong truth. You can't build your destiny around double-mindedness, and you've known this deep down. You've stayed longer than you should have. But I am merciful. I am still here. I'm giving you a way out, not because you deserve it, but because I love you. You were not made to remain attached to places where your spirit goes to sleep. And that's what this connection has become, a place where your fire is slowly fading. But I came to reignite. I came to rebuild. I came to awaken what has been buried under layers of compromise. Comment 1212 if you believe this is your awakening moment, your release into freedom. The enemy is hoping you'll ignore this again, that you'll tell yourself it's not serious, that you'll silence the conviction. But the truth is, this is your moment of exit, and on the other side is rest. Not just rest from people, but rest from spiritual battle you didn't even realize you were fighting because of who was around you. The wrong people will keep the right peace away, and peace is priceless. You've mistaken their inconsistency for spiritual warfare. You've blamed yourself for their distance. You've been trying to fix what God never called you to carry. That's not your cross. Let me be God in their life. Let me deal with their heart. Your only job now is obedience. When I say go, you go. When I say let go, you release. And when I say I've got better, you believe me. There is a blessing that's been circling, waiting for your yes. A level of favor you haven't even dreamed of, and it's about to flow, but only on the other side of obedience. You can't keep holding on to old connections and expect new direction. I'm sending fresh wind. But old weights will keep you grounded. This is not a loss, it's a realignment. I'm taking you out of false safety and into true security. I'm removing the illusion of loyalty so I can surround you with truth. It may hurt, but it will heal, and that healing will make space for the next. You will not miss what was never meant. You will not grieve forever. You will rise. So don't return to what I'm removing. Don't explain away the red flags. Don't ignore the unrest in your spirit. That's me. That's my voice. That's my love. And my love is relentless when it comes to protecting you. It's not about hate. This isn't a message of division. It's about protection. You have a heart that's pure, and you've kept trying to give second chances, hoping for change. But not everyone wants to be better. Not everyone wants healing. And some people will cling to you, not because they love you, but because your light makes them feel covered from their own darkness. That's not partnership. That's spiritual dependency, and it will slowly drain the oil from your lamp. You need your oil. You need your strength. You need your clarity. The days ahead are too important to waste on people who celebrate you when it's convenient, but disappear when your spirit starts to shine brighter than their comfort zone. That person with the R may not even know the full impact they've had on your walk, but God does. And He's intervening now, because He wants your spirit fully awake and unburdened. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Some of you have already started detaching emotionally, even before the physical distance came. That wasn't you giving up. That was me quietly pulling you away so the process would hurt less when it finally came time to walk away. You've noticed the shift, the change in tone, the lack of encouragement, the way your wins felt like losses when shared with them. That's because they were never for you to begin with. And now that you've grown, they see it. They might not say it, but they feel it. The spiritual divide, the change in your countenance, the way you don't shrink yourself anymore. And that unsettles them, because the version of you that needed them no longer exists. I've raised you up. I've taught you how to lean on me. I've taught you how to pray with boldness. You've become a threat to their comfort. You've been trying to figure out how to break free without feeling guilty. You've been torn between grace and growth. But grace is not meant to chain you to patterns. It's meant to free you into purpose. There is nothing selfish about protecting your assignment. There is nothing wrong with choosing my voice over familiar voices, especially when those voices no longer serve the mission I've given you. You are not obligated to carry connections that cost you your clarity. You are not required to remain accessible to people who ignore your boundaries. Yes, love them, but love them from the distance I've made clear. Trust me, I'm not removing anyone out of cruelty. I'm doing it so your ears are free to hear me again without interference. You've already noticed how hard it's been to stay focused when they're around. How difficult it's been to discern my direction when their opinions are loud. I'm not asking for perfection, I'm asking for space. Space in your heart, space in your thoughts, space in your time. Because where I'm about to lead you, I need your heart undivided. Comment 555 if you believe God is clearing out the noise and giving you spiritual focus. You've cried, God, why does it feel like I'm losing everything all at once? But you're not losing. You're being cleansed. You're being positioned. You're being made ready. I strip so I can rebuild. I prune so you can bear fruit. And this cutting away, though it stings, is producing something deeper than you can see right now. When I remove, it's never to leave you empty. It's always to make room. Room for joy that doesn't fluctuate. Room for peace that doesn't need to be explained. Room for voices that lift instead of wound. Room for people who don't just clap when you rise, but who kneel beside you when you pray. I know it's tempting to go back, to call again, to try one more time. But every time you do, you step out of the covering I've placed over your life. Every time you reach for what I've released you from, you delay what I've destined. That name beginning with R isn't your future. It was part of the process, but not part of the promise. You cannot build a house on old conversations and expired connections. What you're building requires fresh foundation, and I am that foundation. Let me be your stability. Let me be the one you turn to when the silence feels unbearable. I'll speak to you in ways they never could. I'll fill you with comfort they never offered. I'll remind you who you are when others only saw who you used to be. I've seen how much of yourself you've given. You've given grace, love, patience, forgiveness, more than they ever truly honored. And still, I watched you carry their weight in prayer, asking me to help them. And I did. I covered them because of your intercession. But now, it's your turn. Now, it's time for you to be the one covered. You've been faithful with little. I'm about to trust you with more. But more requires separation. It always has. Abraham had to leave familiar places. Moses had to walk alone. Even Jesus had to be betrayed to fulfill his purpose. You are not being punished. You are being promoted. The kind of peace I'm about to place in your life will not make sense to the people who once tried to keep you dependent. The kind of blessings I'm preparing for you will silence every lie spoken in your absence. You will not have to fight to be seen. I am your defender. I am your voice. I am the God who elevates in silence and reveals in power. So do not fear what's being taken. Rejoice in what's about to be restored. What they couldn't handle, I'll honor. What they misunderstood, I'll magnify. What they walked away from, I'll multiply. You don't need to chase closure. You don't need to get even. You just need to keep walking. You've spent nights asking, God, am I making a mistake? But deep in your spirit, you already knew the answer. It's been growing louder. That whisper of discomfort. That tension when they enter the room. That uneasy silence when they walk away. That's not anxiety. That's me. That's your Father guarding you with truth, even when your emotions want to hold on. I've watched you defend them. I've seen you excuse behavior you'd never tolerate from anyone else. Why? Because you cared. Because you saw something in them. But love that costs you peace, love that dims your voice, love that distracts your purpose, that's not love from me. It's a test. And you've reached the point where you must choose. You've been saying, God, speak clearly. And I am. This is as clear as it gets. The person with the initial R was not sent to go with you where I'm taking you next. If you keep dragging what's already decaying, it'll rot the very roots I'm trying to grow. There is no room for half obedience anymore, no more almost surrender. This time, your future depends on it. You've allowed their opinions to weigh heavier than my promises. You've stayed in situations that made you shrink. But now I'm stretching you. I'm maturing your discernment. I'm teaching you how to walk with authority and not guilt. Obedience may feel like loss at first, but it always ends in reward. A neuroscientist says yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I need your hands free for what I'm placing in them. That's why I'm closing the door. That's why the connection is unraveling. Not because you failed, but because you passed the test. You remained kind. You stayed faithful. But now you're ready for more, and more can't happen with them in the way. I am a jealous God, not of your love, but for your peace, for your growth, for your identity. I will not share space in your heart with someone who speaks against the very calling I placed on your life. You are royalty, and royalty must walk differently. You've tried to soften this, to exit slowly, to create space without drawing lines. But confusion always follows compromise. And I'm not asking anymore. I'm guiding. You don't need to yell, you don't need to explain, you just need to move. Trust me to handle what you can't. Comment Amen if you believe God will deal with what you leave behind in obedience. You've been asking why your prayers feel delayed, why your strength seems inconsistent. But the truth is, spiritual entanglement blocks clarity. When someone else is occupying the space that belongs to me, the flow is disrupted. I'm not mad at you, but I can't bless disobedience. I wait until you're ready, and now I see that you are. You're scared to let go because you've tied your future to their potential. But potential is not promise. Just because someone could be good doesn't mean they are good for you. And you've already seen the signs. They haven't grown, they haven't repented, they haven't pursued me the way you've been pursuing me. And when you grow in opposite directions, the relationship becomes a chain. Chains don't always look like chains. Sometimes they feel like comfort. Sometimes they speak kindly. But in the spirit, they're holding you back. And I came to break every chain. I came to free you from the burden of carrying people I never told you to lift. Let them go. I will take care of their soul. You take care of yours. I want you to breathe again. I want you to pray without weight. I want you to wake up without dread. And that can't happen while you're still checking your phone, wondering if they'll show up for you today or disappear like yesterday. That's not stability, that's torment. And I am not the author of torment. I am your peace. You were not made to be someone's emotional crutch. You were not created to be their backup plan. You were created to be a temple for my spirit. You are sacred. And when someone treats the sacred as casual, I step in. That's what I'm doing now. I'm stepping in, not to punish, but to protect, not to isolate, but to elevate. There's something greater on the other side of this release, something that you haven't even dared to pray for, a level of peace you thought wasn't possible anymore. But I'm bringing it. I'm ushering it in. And all you have to do is say yes. Yes to my will, yes to my way, yes to the peace that passes all understanding. You'll cry, you'll wonder if you made the right choice, but I'll be there. Every step, every silent night, every lonely moment, I'll fill the space they leave behind, and eventually you'll thank me. You'll see how much brighter the path is without their shadow over your light. You'll realize that what felt like loss was really a rescue. You'll look back and see it clearly, how I protected you from a lifetime of compromise, how I closed the door so your destiny could open, how I ended what you thought you needed so I could give you what I always planned. So don't go back. Don't reopen what I've closed. Don't reach for what I've removed. Walk forward, head high. Shoulders back, you are stepping into promise. And promise always follows obedience. It's okay to grieve the hope you had for them, but don't mourn the separation too long. What God is freeing you from was costing you more than you even realized. Every delayed prayer, every time your spirit felt heavy for no reason, every sleepless night, every bit of confusion that made you doubt your purpose. It was all connected to someone who couldn't carry what God placed in you, and He's removing them not to punish either of you, but to restore you. There's no more room for divided loyalty. You've got one master, one shepherd, one assignment, and anyone who pulls you away from it even gently is not from Him. You can't afford to stay where your purpose suffocates just because your emotions are still attached. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's lonely. But temporary loneliness is a small price to pay for lasting alignment with God's plan. You asked Him to make things clear. This is it. This is the clearest it's ever been. You don't need another confirmation. He's given you more than enough. The late-night unrest, the random tears, the subtle tension in your chest when their name pops up. That's not drama, that's discernment. God's Spirit always gives warning before He brings release. This is your warning, and your release is tied to your response. You've been pouring out from a cracked vessel, hoping your consistency would fix their indifference. But God never asked you to pour until you're empty. He called you to walk with those who sharpen you, not silence you. The R you keep holding on to is not sharpening you. They're softening your boldness, dulling your passion, making you second-guess the fire you used to carry without apology. I need you strong, and I need you free, because what's coming next will require both. You cannot hear me clearly while filtering my voice through their opinions. You cannot chase your purpose while dragging someone who keeps slowing your steps. You can't prepare for what's ahead while cleaning up the emotional mess they keep leaving behind. So stop trying to fix what I've already released. Stop offering grace where I've drawn a line. I don't need your help to redeem them. I need your trust to protect you. Comment 777 if you know this. Protection is from God, even if it's painful. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. They might say you gave up too easily. They might tell others you changed. And they'll be right, you did change. You grew. You woke up. You stopped apologizing for being chosen. You stopped minimizing the anointing I placed on your life. You stopped accepting crumbs from someone I never told you to sit at a table with. And that's not failure. That's favor. Some people can only love the version of you that stays silent, small and safe. But I didn't create you to stay silent. I created you to speak truth. I created you to walk in fire. I created you to break chains. And that makes you dangerous to those who are still living in compromise. That's why this feels like a battle. Because it is. A spiritual one. But the war is almost over if you'll just obey. If you'll release what I've asked you to release, the heaviness will break, the fog will lift, the fire will return, and you'll walk lighter, faster, freer than you have in years. It's time to stop waiting for their approval. Time to stop asking yourself if you're being too harsh. Time to stop wondering if cutting them off is too much. Because the truth is, they've been taking too much for too long. And now, I'm calling you to take back everything the enemy tried to steal through this connection.